Let's start with kingdom Protista. All single-celled eukaryotes, they are placed in the Protista, but this kingdom is not well defined. What may be photosynthetic protistan to one biologist, maybe a plant to another. So we include chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, and protozoans under Protista. And members of Protista, they are aquatic, and this kingdom forms a link with the other dealing with plants, animals, and fungi. So in eukaryotic organisms, we find they are the Protestant cell body contains a well-defined nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. Some have flagella. Protists, they reproduce asexually and sexually by a process involving cell fusion and zygote formation also. So let's talk of Chrysophytes first. Now this group includes diatoms, golden algae, desmids, and they are freshwater. So apart from Chrysophytes, we have dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, protozoans, amoeboid protozoans, and flagellated protozoans. So let's talk about Chrysophytes first. So this group includes diatoms, golden algae, desmids, and they are found in freshwater and marine environments. They are microscopic, they float passively in water currents, so that is why they are called as planktons. Most of them, they are photosynthetic. Diatoms, the cell wall form a thin overlapping shell which fit together as in a soap box. So their walls are embedded with silica and their walls are indestructible. So diatoms, they left behind large amount of cell wall deposits in their habitat, and this after billion of years is referred to as diatomaceous earth. So they are gritty, and this soil is also used in polishing, filtration of oil, syrups. Diatoms, they are the chief producers in the oceans. Dinoflagellates. These organisms are mostly marine, photosynthetic. They appear yellow, green, brown, blue, red, depending on the pigments they are present in their cells. The cell wall has stiff cellulose plates on the outer surface, and most of them have two flagella. One lies longitudinally and the other transversely in a furrow between the wall plates. Red dinoflagellates, for example, gonolochs, they undergo rapid multiplication and they make the sea appear red, like red tides. So toxins released by these large numbers may kill other marine animals such as fishes. Euglenoids. Majority of them, they are freshwater organisms. They are found in stagnant water. Instead of cell wall, they have a protein-rich layer called pellicle, which makes their body flexible. They have two flagella, a short and a long one. And they are photosynthetic in the presence of sunlight, and when deprived of sunlight, they behave like heterotrophs or predating on other smaller organisms. So the pigments of euglenoids, they are identical to those present in higher plants. For example, now here example is euglena. Then we come to slime molds. Slime molds are saprophytic protists. Their body moves along decaying twigs and leaves, engulfing organic matter. Under suitable conditions, they form an aggregation called plasmodium, and which may grow and spread over several feet. So during unfavorable conditions, the plasmodium differentiates and form fruiting bodies bearing spores. Now the spores possess true walls. They are extremely resistant and survive for many years even under adverse condition, and the spores, they dispersed by air currents. Protozoans. All protozoans, they are heterotrophic and they live as predators or parasites. They are believed to be primitive relative of animals, and there are four major group of protozoans. Amoeboid protozoans. Now these organisms, they live in fresh water, seawater or moist soil. They move and capture their prey by putting out pseudopodia, which are also called as false feet, as in amoeba. And marine forms, they have silica shells on their surface, and some of them like Antomoeba, they are parasites. Flagellated protozoans. Flagellated protozoans, these are member of this group. They are free living or parasitic. They have flagella, and the parasitic forms, they cause diseases such as sleeping sickness, for example trypanosoma. Ciliated protozoans, they are aquatic. They are moving organisms because of the presence of cilia. They have a cavity which opens to the outside of the cell surface, and their movement is coordinated by rows of cilia and causes the water laden with food to the gullet, and example is paramecium. Sporozoans. These includes diverse organisms which have infectious spore-like stage in their life cycle, and the most notorious is Plasmodium, which is also called as a malarial parasite, which causes malaria.